Hello, Aries friends. This is your January 28th through the 29th reading. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified of your future daily, weekly, and monthly readings that I put out. All right, Aries, let's see what is happening for you for the 28th and 29th of January for Aries. Please and thank you. Aries, what is happening for your 28th and 29th of January? Please and thank you. All right. So you're coming out of this card. I always feel bad when I say it, but I mean, I get this card a lot because I do it. But you're coming out of this self-imprisoned cell you have put yourself in. You've been in your head a lot. You've had a lot of anxiety. And it's been all in your head, and you're coming out of it. You're starting to see the way out of it. You're starting to see the finer things or the happier things in your life, as opposed to just focusing on all these problems and burdens. And so you're like starting to see past them. So let's see what else is happening for Aries for January 28th and 29th. That is way too many. All right. Aries, January 28th through the 29th. Please and thank you. What else is happening? That card didn't want to go back. You've been focusing on something from the past. The Eight of Cups normally talks about moving on from something, but instead you've kind of been withdrawn in this cell, and you've just kind of been looking back at something from the past, maybe from your childhood. Maybe you've been looking at something that happened through the eyes of a child. I'm not talking about like looking at it immaturely, just looking at it with that innocence and, that comes from a child. But I do see that you're going to be moving on from it. With the Nine of Swords being here, you are coming out of this. That's kind of just where you've been and what's kind of been not holding you back, but what you've been focusing on. So let's see what else is happening for Aries. What else is happening for Aries friends for January 28th and the 29th? Please and thank you. And okay, so you may be getting a new job offer. You may be getting a raise or a promotion at work. There may be a new opportunity or new investment opportunity that comes, or maybe a side income that you've been, like a side income you've been working on, or something of that nature is going to be coming to you the 28th and 29th. And this card is talking about betrayals and like losing the battle, like the end of something, like the complete and painful ending of something, hitting rock bottom, which is normally this card, this side of it. But you got this side, and this side is really talking about you moving on. And I think it's kind of funny you started your reading with the Nine of Swords, and I kept saying that these things were like in your mind, in your head. And then you ended it with this side of the Ten of Swords, which looks like, was there really anybody in the suit of armor? He's not hurt. He's fine. Obviously, he didn't get hurt. Yes, there were some betrayals, and it looks really bad for a suit of armor, but he is fine. And I get that this is really just talking about the in your head space that you've been, the anxieties, the sleepless nights, the just the worry and all of that burden that you've been suffering, that you're finally coming out of. And this is even saying that you're coming out of it, and that there's going to be some kind of new monetary opportunity, whether that just be a raise or a promotion or a new job offer altogether. You're finally moving out of this dark area and kind of dwelling on the past and moving forward now. Let's see what Magical Times has to say for our Aries friends for January 28th and 29th. What message or guidance do you have for Aries for January 28th and 29th? Please and thank you. Happiness. So, immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. So, this is just talking about you really haven't been happy for a little while now. You've really been stuck in this, not self-imprisoned cell, but like in your head for a while. And this card is talking about, I get that this card's message is helping you to start to find your happiness, which is talking about baby steps. And it's just talking about the smallest of things that, you know, create joy for you. And so, you know, you just like, it's really easy to focus on the bad things instead, like, you know, focus on, I got all the red lights green on the way to work today. That was awesome, because that doesn't happen. I mean, it's just these small little things, like, you know, that can really start reshaping the way that your mind starts thinking about things. Instead of, you know, focusing just on the bad, find the good, even if it's just like the smallest tiny little thing. Like, I'm trying to think of something, you know, writing with your favorite pen. I mean, that really, like writing in my journal at night with the pen I like, it makes me happy, just writing with that pen. And I mean, that's the smallest little thing to be happy about, but I do find a lot of delight and joy and happiness in writing with that particular pen. So, all right, Aries, that is your January 28th and 29th reading. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you will be notified of future readings that I put out for you.